Because, see, their whole agenda and idea of anything is, yes, they want to see people accomplish things so that they can take them over or steal them or get you to be evil, like Bill Gates and others, you see? So Bill Gates had done his thing with Microsoft and all that, and they watched him build it. They watched the whole system, and then they came in there, and there was some harassment going on. If you remember, many years ago, you're probably too young, Bill Gates went through a lot of legal stuff that was on TV. How very interesting. So in other words, what they do is they come up and they threaten you. It's like, okay, you've made a lot of money here, but we want you to work for us. And if you don't, we're taking it all because we control the system. So this is what you want to be aware of. Their only agenda is to take over and infiltrate, just like what they did with Paul Zeckenkar and Joni and Harold did, etc., and the reptilians. That's their only agenda, is to take over, and Darwin and Harold were passive to that, and so they did. And so, yeah, they're going to want you to accomplish it, and then they're going to present something to you, and then they're probably even going to threaten you. So get ready, because that's how they do things, because it's all about control. That's the entire educational system. It is based upon, let's see who becomes evil, through our system, doctors, lawyers, pharmaceuticals, whatever it is, rich people that dig oil wells, whatever it is, they want to see who will become the most evil. Even Adolf Hitler had to go through the tests himself to prove that he was evil. And so that's the idea. They want to infiltrate because they don't want us around. They want the control. That's all they know. And so this is where they also see the other part, but they cannot see the reality. See, to them, the new presentation and the real universes and the real guides, even them in a way, they're just like a belief system, like they're gods that they invented. That's all they have to relate to. They're invented gods, and they're just thinking that, oh, this is just something else made up, because they can't really see it. So this is the challenge that we have. But yes, move forward with it physically, and then when you're there, you want to get out of there. You want to get down here. So again, we want our own position. That's the whole idea. But they want to take the position, is what they want, because they're afraid. That's why the big step forward. It's like, oh, they better do it now, or they better do something. So, and again, the black suit means business. They mean business, and it's dark business, okay? And the sunglasses, what that means is the light's so bright that they need sunglasses, so they can't see it. So that's, that's really where it is. So beware as you go through this. Yeah, the boys are there, but at the same time, you're making decisions. Very, very important. Yeah, and to see where your intent is, because get ready. This is how they are. Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that, they're probably going to threaten to destroy me, threaten my career, or like, or not career, but like reputation and all this stuff. But, it's like whatever, that's my intent. Just, I can already see them doing, even when I'm telling you right now that they approached me kind of like on the real side, basically took that step, and you're saying all this stuff. They're sending these, like, I'm not even sure what it is, but I'm getting these pains at the top of my skull and my neck. They don't like that I told you guys.
Well, you're a youngster yet. You could take them better. Wait till you get older, 50, 60, 70, you're really going to have pains to deal with, because that's how it is here. It's all aches and pains. But, Rebazar and the boys, they shield a lot of it. But at the same time, there's going to be agitation that we're going to have to take on, each of us, because this is what keeps us going also. You see, we need that agitation also. So we're going to get the aches and pains, and you're very perceptive to this. So, just like Tesla and all of them, again, how did they end up? Because they had him do what he did, and then they stole it from him, put him in the background, and eventually got rid of him. But the boys can do whatever. They can turn the world upside down if they want, but everybody needs their experiences. And for the most part, we should be fine, but we're going to go through some stuff. I've gone through hell and whatever, but, and even at one point, Ava reminded me that Paul told me that, Paul told me at one time years ago when I was going through my stuff that you should have died. And I saw it many times where I was going to die, but then I said no. And here I am. Yeah. But he said, you should have died. So again, you're the decider. We can do it for ourselves. We don't need them. And they know that. And so that's the con game. That's the marketing ploy. Just like you see out there in the political system and the religious system, they use fear to get everybody because they know that people do not need them at all. And so you got one or two people in control, they're knuckleheads, and nobody needs them. And when that awakening comes, if it does, they're going to just be standing all alone. They got nothing. Yeah. So anyhow, so that's the challenge that we have. Otherwise, if people want to keep agreeing, well, they got it. They have the right to agree, whether they're aware of it or not. So yeah, that's our challenge. But thank you for stepping up, Jeremy. It takes every person. It's very important. Otherwise, we got nothing here, but we get to do the adventure. We get to figure it out. Yeah. Thank you.
The last little thing before we move on here, I wanted to share that, you're right in saying that they could see that we don't need them, because that's the whole reason. I could see that that's really the only reason why they're coming in the first place. If they didn't need us, or they could see that we didn't need them, and really they're afraid, they wouldn't come forward at all. They would just mind their own business, really, because it wouldn't mean much of anything what we're doing. But because of what we're doing, and again, we don't need them, and they see that, that's the whole reason they're coming forward, trying to, like you said, with Paul's corporation, do like an infiltration, a old switcheroo, that kind of nonsense. So, but anyway, so that's it for me. Thank you everybody for listening, and Duane, and just going to keep going with this. And I encourage everybody on the Skype, get into the Keshe plasma tech, just kind of look into it, see what you see from it. Again, as I kind of go forward with it, I watch the videos, and I'm going to make some. I'm going to buy some of the materials like the sodium hydroxide and stuff like that. But once I get all the materials together, I'm going to have all these little projects. I can see all these little things in different ways. So so that was it. Thank you.
This was my little device, plasma I had done, and it's from a video that I found a while back. And this is what he did: is he took a bottle like this, and essentially he said that anything you want to do, like creating a portal or whatever, you can do out of something this small. And he had his ingredients, which I didn't have the resources to get the ingredients that he had. It was something potassium, and then citric acid, and he was using citric acid from a soda, and he only filled up his liquid to about like this high on the bottle, so like less than a quarter of the bottle. And then he had 3 of these copper wires going through the middle, straight through above the liquid, with 3 twisted or spiraled copper pieces going through the top. So it was 1, 2, 3, and I just hot glued them there, and then put the straight lines through here. And I just, because I didn't have the resources to get what he was sharing to do, I put some of my own things in there. And I was drinking like a few sips of it every day, and I even put like a rose quartz crystal in it. So what that was doing to me is a little bit hard to determine, because I was already having all sorts of visual experiences and things like this. Anyway, but that was a while ago when I was doing that.
Yeah, I seen a video on YouTube where they were doing it like that. They used the pop bottle or the soda bottle, and they pop bottle. So they use that kind of bottle, and they poke the holes in it, and they run the wires through it. Now I know there's different ways to nano coat. I won't get into all of them, but yeah, you can, like, there's a cold nano coat, there's the caustic nano coat, and then there's the where you superheat it, and then that nano coats it as well, just superheating it, just with like a blowtorch basically. But yeah, no, thanks for sharing.
So I, because I was going off the plasma idea, and like I said, I didn't have the ingredient. He said I used shivambu, my own shivambu, and then I took a banana, and I blended up a banana, and then I used the liquid that was left of it because one of the ingredients was potassium something. So there's a lot of potassium in bananas and brown rice. So that's what I did. And then I used oranges and limes and lemon to get some of the citrus in there. So